Yeah. Hello, wonderful viewers. How are you all doing today? It's a wonderful thing to be here once again today to do what we know how to do best. Yeah. And to give you an incisive analysis or discussion about the trend or what's going on in Africa. Today's topic is Africa a blessing or a curse? And if it happens to be a curse, of which it is, then who cursed the Africans? Is it a curse that comes from some sort of a supreme deity or God Almighty, or a curse that they themselves put upon themselves? Because long ago we have heard in the book of the scriptures that said, "For you shall know the truth, and the truth that you know will set you free." Huh? So, for that very reason, we have decided to come up here to discuss about certain disturbing issues that goes on in Africa. And we will always be here to discuss such topics because this channel is meant for it, Ancient Idu. You know, all through last year, 2024, we are much more focused on the religious aspect and what's going on. The mental slavery that Africa literally put themselves under, anything black skin across the globe. When we talk about Africa, we don't mean the continent per se alone. We mean Africans globally. Within the motherland, or perhaps the continent of Africa and in the diaspora. And any black indigenous entity living across the globes. So that's why we are here today. We're going to focus our attention on 3 countries, perhaps plus one, a 4th one also. So let's just say 4 countries of Africa. There should be a power dynamic or a center of focus and attraction to the world in terms of not just natural wealth, which has to do with the mineral resources, but in terms of logistics, intelligence, education, and so on. But the black man per se, is a creation or an embodiment of a curse. Because they lack the mental capability. They don't have the strength, the mental strength to push forward. But they have the mental strength to become emperors and kings in the field of wickedness, witchcraft, darkness, demonism. Once you talk about anything vile, evil, darkness, from 1 to 10, Africa occupies the entire 10th position. If they make an error, it will be 9 out of 10. But they like being found in places of wickedness. That is the general construct of an African. And they are always quick to look for excuses to cover up their foolishness or their wickedness. We are going to focus on the Congo, the DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo, which was formerly known as Congo Zaire, Congo Kinshasa, and so on. But now is the DRC. Then we'll have some offshoots. We are going to narrow down on Ghana, Nigeria, and South Africa. How useless the Quad is. Not just the trifecta, but the Quad, because it's a 4-nation thing that we're going to talk about here. 4 nations, not 3. But the center of our topic today lies on the Congo. It's a shame. It's a shame. The man on the screen here, this fellow that's smiling, his name is Donald Trump. A couple of days ago, he committed what he called the largest immigration deportation from America, which is not what it actually is. What this man did was the largest human rights abuse or violation. You are deporting immigrants from your country, as you call them, illegal. And you know, there is a saying that said, if you want to kill a dog or a goat, just give it a bad name so you have a good reason to carry out your wickedness. This man on your screen, he should I say he wanted to do good or he meant good, but what he eventually did was evil. Deporting immigrants, you handcuff them, you chain them like this, you put another chain on their waist, and you took the chain straight down to their legs. You just tied them up and you took them like that. Thousands of people. And he said it's going to deport millions, all in chains. Most of the victims are Africans, Nicaraguans, people that had no criminal record in the United States. Just the fact that maybe somehow they have not been able to legalize their stay in the country. So all he could do was to chain them like common thieves and remove them from the country, which was an abuse on their human rights. He said he doesn't care. But on the other hand, he's supporting the government of the Congo, asking the youths that are protesting not to do that. He's supporting the government. But he deported Congolese, over 1,000 Congolese, that they should go back home and build their country. That they themselves, they built America and made it what it is today. Now the Congolese are trying to build their country. They themselves that call themselves the foolish superpowers, they are supporting the wicked government of Congo that actually did nothing or does nothing for the people of Congo. That is how it has been all over Africa. Nigeria, every single political criminal, not just the government, but also in the clergy, religious department, and so on. They steal from the people. And they invest all their wealth in the United States, in Western world, NATO countries, even in the Arab countries, even in China. That's where they take this stolen wealth to. But when the people of Nigeria will rise up, these people give the Nigerian government logistics to quell such uprising. When the people say enough is enough, that they want a change in their land, these people called the Western world, spearheaded or led by this man on your screen, Donald Trump, they send military logistics and everything to quell such uprising that will bring about a change in those countries. Will I blame Trump for that? No, I wouldn't. That is why we have decided to come here today and bring this program to you. Yeah. That's why we have decided to bring this program to you. The title for this program is, like we said before, Africa, is it a blessing or a curse? And the video we are going to play here, I need you all to pay attention, is from Gravitas. Wion, W-I-O-N, Gravitas. So all credits to this video, all credit to this video must go to Gravitas, because there is something in this video that we want to highlight up on. And the video is about 23 minutes. I didn't say 23 minutes. I made it, I had to pronounce it in a way that even the deaf will hear. 2-3 minutes, 23, 23, 23. Anyhow you want to hear it. Now, in this video that will play on your screen, I know you all should know about cold baths. To those that don't know about the thing called cold bath, you go and make your research. Cold bath is used to build electronics. Every manner of hard softwares that powers the computer, that powers your electronics, and so on, that powers every single microchip. Cold baths. Congo alone supplies the entire world over 70%, about 73 or 75% of cobalt that they use to build high-tech computer microchips, from your NVIDIA graphic cards and so on, till anything that you want to think about, even up to your mobile phones, electric cars, your satellites and everything. Congo provides 75% globally. Now, that economy of such resources is worth about or more than $24 trillion, $24 trillion from that resources that is in the Congo, $24 trillion, which is bigger than every global economy GDP. Only in the Congo. We are not talking about resources that is in Nigeria. Only in the Congo. I need you all to pay attention, because this video should be something that Africans should sit down to think about. Africans should sit down to think about it. European Union, at some point, they say European Union economy is worth $14 trillion, the biggest in the world. Then China is coming up. China is close to $10 trillion or whatsoever. And America, in fact, every nation or superpowers of the, in fact, the world as a whole, their entire GDP, you find it in the Congo. We are not talking of Nigeria. If Congo can have such, how about Nigeria? Nigeria's deposit alone will run into several trillions, if not over $100 trillion in Nigeria. How about South Africa? At least I know that I've been to a couple of mining sites in South Africa. The mining that takes place in South Africa every single day, from generation to generation, it runs into trillions of dollars. But all this money, does it translate in the life of Africans? The answer is zero. Do you know why? Africans are useless. The black man is a shit. No apology. They are useless. Africans as in the Africans, in the continent of Africa. Africans as in the diaspora. Black Americans, Black Europeans, Black Asians, they are useless. No apology to anyone. The only ones that have something to offer in their brains are the ones that work with the Western world. Do you know why? The Western world, they are able to spot those Africans. Spot on. They make them citizens in their country, elevate them to greater status. And those ones in those countries, they bring out their best to make America great, to make Britain great, to make European Union great, to make China great. There is a new AI that is rivaling open AI, ChatGPT. I think they call it DeepSeek from China. It was a young guy that developed it, and the young guy said he loves to use learners to work. He works with learners. He doesn't work with just professionals, because if you bring an issue, a professional will come and look at it from a professional angle and give you the analysis of what they think should be right. But when they come with amateurs, amateurs will improvise and bring about something that the professionals don't know about, that he gives the amateurs the opportunities. That means it was the brain powers of the amateur that he used to develop DeepSeek that is bigger than ChatGPT of today. America is stunned. The world is shocked. How can someone from China bring a technology that supersedes ChatGPT, the American tech? He said it gives opportunity. But in Africa, you with your talent, with your light, with your star, you come out, the Africans will kill you on the spot, realizing that you have a gift. The scripture that I read said, what is the point of you telling someone to come back tomorrow when they ask you for a favor? If that thing is within your hand, why don't you use it to help that person, to help them establish? But the Africans are so wicked that the stuff will be in their hand. They will tell you, go and pray to God and ask God to give you. But a Chinese guy said he looks for those that the world calls amateur, unprofessional, those that are learning. He brings them together and they develop, or they bring out better results than the professionals. That is China. America is doing their own. America is doing brain drain. The West, European Union, they are doing brain drain on us. They are stealing from us. They are not stealing. They are giving opportunities. That is the white man for you. That's the difference between the white man and the black man. You know, there is no one that is white. They are usually pink color. But because their deeds is good, that's why they tag themselves as whites. And Africans, their deed is evil. That's why Donald Trump said, oh, these are African Americans. Say, no, don't call us African Americans. Call us Black Americans. Because the mind or the heart of an African is evil. That is why they prefer, call us blacks. I said this program is an incisive one today that will challenge you to think. Congo, with all the mineral resources they have, nothing. For you, your cobalt industry, for you to produce 75% of cobalt that they use in making microchips, computer, mobile phone, television, everything from Congo, and it doesn't show in their society. Look at Taiwan. Taiwan only has certain things. They say, Taiwan produces much more microchip than any nation in the world. Only microchip, Taiwan. Go and look at what is inside Taiwan. It is not America. It's not America. It's Taiwan. That's why China wants to die. They want to occupy that land by force. China has the largest deposit of rare earth materials, which has to do with cobalt. But China is in Congo mining cobalt. Do you understand? But they say China has the largest deposit in the world, but the largest is actually in Congo. No international media has ever exposed this thing, just as the way Gravitas did. Gravitas brought it to the limelight. That's it showing on your screen. I'm going to give you time to speak so that you all will understand. Gravitas brought it to the limelight. So where on earth does China have cobalt? Where? We have been opportuned to be at certain mining sites in Nigeria. Right there in Nigeria, in the northern part of Nigeria. It's not that I was told. I saw it with my two eyes. Australia is in Nigeria right now, mining gold. But in the record, in the book of records, it says Australia has more gold than Nigeria. But they are in that Africa as a whole. But they are in Nigeria mining gold right now. Australia. United States in Nigeria, mining. The entire northern Nigeria is rich with all manners of mineral resources, including gold and diamond and rhodium. They are there mining it right now. But when we check the books of record, it is not inside the books of record. Who are we to blame? Am I going to blame Australia for being in Nigeria mining? Am I going to blame Australia? No. Am I going to blame Donald Trump for American miners to be in Nigeria mining? The answer is no. Who is responsible for that? Africans are evil. The scripture says it repented God that he created man. Who is the man that it repented God created? Blacks worldwide. That's why Africa can never, ever develop. My advice to any young African is, if you have an opportunity to exit your country into another nation with your gift, go to that nation and develop that nation. Do you know why? Because the greatest race on earth is the human race. There's nothing like Africa. Anyone that preaches the Bible to you, that tells you about God, that person is an enemy. That person is an evil spirit. Anybody that preaches the scripture to you is useless. Deal with any person that preaches Bible or Quran to you. Deal with that person. That person is useless. Because the scripture that I read said that the gift of a man brings him before the kings. You use your gift that God gave you to help humanity and build up humanity. If Donald Trump should come out and tell me that Jesus Christ is Lord, I will believe Donald Trump. Because I'm looking at Donald Trump, I'm seeing the goodness of God in his life. And if Donald Trump should see me hungry, Donald Trump is going to bless my life and even uplift me to a better status. If I'm not educated, he will put me in school and ensure that I become someone better tomorrow. Look at Elon Musk. He left South Africa. Elon Musk, a man that feeds or lives on $1 a day. Is it $1 a day or $1 a week? He is the richest man in the world today with over $440-something billion. He realized his dream in America. It wasn't the black church or the black Americans that helped him. He had to go to where the power is, and he realized his dream. Africans will tell you, hold on to faith, pray to God. God will answer you. May God destroy the same Africans. Africans are useless. This is Congo. Look at Congo. Give the black man weapon to protect themselves. They use it to kill themselves, enslave themselves. The blacks are evil. This program is incisive. And we care about how you feel. We don't. Look at mining going on in the Congo. Mining that runs into not billions, trillions of dollars. $24 trillion. $24 trillion. You will hear it here. I will let it play. It's about 25 minutes. You will listen to it. I need you to put your mind and focus here and listen to it. Do you know what $24 trillion is? The European Union economy, the entire European Union, they don't have that. They are bragging they have $14 trillion. This is Congo. Just the raw materials alone. We are not talking of other ones that they didn't mention. The ones they mentioned is worth $24 trillion. 24. Huh? Every mineral resource that is needed to build an aircraft, you find it in the Congo. It is there right inside the Congo. They are talking about fights going on in Congo. South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa. I don't know if that guy is actually educated or not. But an educated African is a useless thing. Any African that is educated is useless because education means nothing to the black man. And I can prove it to you. Look at Ramaphosa. Look at Mugabe of Zimbabwe, the late one. Look at Hastings Kamuzubanda of Malawi. Look at Nigeria with all their educated idiots. Look at Tanzania, known as Tanganyika before. They are Julius Nyerere. Look at them with all their education. Africa is nowhere to be found amongst the leagues of men. Once they get into power, they forget themselves. Give them microphone to preach about God. The African man becomes God before others. Buys private jet every minute, every second. Look at the king of Swaziland, Swati, whatever, forgotten his name. His father had 70 wives. The young boy entered as a king. He's racing up to have his own 70 or 80 wives right now. Right now. But the economy of his country, a family will feed on $1 for 1 week. But the man keeps buying private jet. He marries every 2 years ago or 3 years ago, he bought 120 BMWs brand new for his wives and girlfriends. In a country that $1 feeds them for a week or a month, he can buy 120 BMWs for his wives and his girlfriends in Swaziland. Tell me that Africans are normal people. Tell me that Africans are normal people. It's a shame. Now, take your time and listen to this program. Take your time and listen. You will hear them say $24 trillion. I heard that. I have to play it over and over again. I said, no. I just need to download this thing and put it here. To those that have ear, to those that want to feel the anger or the rage of what's going on, they should come here and listen. And when you listen to this broadcast, share it and urge others to listen. This is a shame to do. After this very one, we are going to dig into Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, so that you will see what is going on. Why Africa will never ever make a headway. If you are a black man, black African, you have a gift. Just move the way Elon Musk did. He's a white South African. He moved. He found his way. Just move. Go anywhere. Establish your light. And if you want to establish your light, do well to avoid Africans, because globally, they are a plague to humanity. Globally. I have no apology for that. So if you are in America, a black American, and you see this program and you want to get offended or angry, I don't care about you, because you're also a useless pipe. I don't care about you. Because the black man loves lies. They love to be deceived. If you don't deceive the black man will deceive himself to feel okay. They are created on the foundation of foolishness. That is why, look at Congolese working. An economy, a society, a nation that has over $24 trillion under their foot. China is taking it. How much is China giving them? How much is US, Japan, everyone giving to them? Nothing. But anything they give them, they use it to marry new wives. South Africa and their presidents. The other day, Jacob Zuma married a 22-year-old girl last year. 22. A girl that his own grandchild seniors. The girl is younger than Jacob Zuma's grandchild. The other day, some years ago when we were growing up, a man known as Yinka Folawiyo, his grandchild was graduating from Unilag, and this man married the best friend of his grandchild in Nigeria. That's a black man for you. Useless things. We don't have apology for them. Look at them carrying guns. South Africa sent soldiers to the Congo to go and fight with the Congolese government. This is war. This is war. He's fighting. They are killing his soldiers, his KFC soldiers. They are killing them in the Congo. South Africa, Ramaphosa, because he has been hearing, maybe he heard, what's his name, Vladimir Putin say, oh, any intervention by NATO country is an act of war. Vladimir Putin used it to threaten NATO, and it brought us some result. Ramaphosa wanted to copy the same. He told, what's his name, for Kigami of Rwanda, any South African soldier that dies is an act of war. South Africa will retaliate with heavy force. Do you know what Kigami said? Kigami made a press conference and told Ramaphosa, One silly mistake from you, you will understand why we are warriors. My dear South Africa, this is war, and these are experienced warriors. Your soldiers are KFC soldiers. Eh? Your soldiers have not seen anything. Make that mistake, and they will translate the meaning of war to you people so that you people will understand what it means to be in war. You are threatening a nation that fought a civil war that lasted over a decade with 3 million of people dying. You people that don't even know anything about. You think this is Nollywood? Eh? You are saying it's an act of war. Do what you want to do. Then you will understand the language of war. Stupid people everywhere. Listen to this program so that you people will start thinking right. All right.
On the 26th of January, panic spread in Goma in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, or DRC. M23 rebels said they had seized the city. In recent weeks, rebels have gained ground in DRC's conflict-riven eastern borderlands and launched an assault on Goma, the capital of the North Kivu province. After hours of gunfire and explosions, the streets of Goma look gloomy. The lightning advance by the rebels has forced thousands of people to flee, fueling concerns of a regional war.
In the DRC, the M23 rebel group have just claimed to have taken control of Goma, which is the capital of the eastern province of North Kivu in the DRC. This is a strategically important part of the country for the DRC. It is very important for trade, and it also sits right on the border of Rwanda. The M23 group that have seized control are actually associated with the Rwandan government themselves. This has not happened overnight. In fact, it's been well over a decade of direct fighting between the M23 and the Congolese forces.
M23 is one of over 100 armed groups trying to get a foothold in mineral-rich eastern Congo along the border with Rwanda. This decades-long conflict has created one of the world's largest humanitarian crises. Over 7 million people have been displaced as a result of the ongoing fighting. The Democratic Republic of Congo could have been one of the richest countries in the world due to reserves of cobalt, gold, and other minerals. Reality paints quite another picture. Political instability, conflict, and misery plague the country. This week on We On Wide Angle, we explain the ongoing humanitarian crisis that has displaced millions and made mineral-rich DRC an unending epicenter of conflict and human suffering. The Congolese M23 rebel group has made significant territorial gains into Goma, the provincial capital, with a population of around 2 million. Goma is a vital trading and transport hub within reach of key mining towns. It supplies metals and minerals in high demand such as gold, tin and coltan. These minerals are key components of mobile phones and batteries for electric vehicles. The rebels say they now control the city, even as the Congolese government insists its troops still hold some key locations. On the 27th of January, a day after the claimed capture, artillery fire and gunshots echoed across the major hub in the DRC's mineral-rich east. Clashes killed at least 17 people and wounded nearly 370.
Sadly, hospitals and health workers are in danger, too. We are hearing reports of health workers being shot at and patients, including babies, being caught in crossfire. WHO reminds everyone that attacks on healthcare violate the rules of war. Healthcare must be protected at all times.
Of course, there's decades of violence in the region, but since 3 years, Goma has been under extreme pressure, whereby more than almost 1 million people are displaced within the city. And then since December, we really saw an escalation in the violence on several fronts coming to Goma. So what you can feel is a really tense situation where there's pressure from all sides, people fleeing. And if you can imagine that there was no proper structure, no houses, already all these displaced situations. The situation is extremely dire at the moment.
I was fleeing, and when I got to Kabingo, I was hit by M23 bullets. I was taken to Kabingo Hospital for first aid. From there, I was transferred to Lumbishi, where the bullets were extracted from my body. Then I was transferred to Numbi, where I spent 2 days. Finally, I was brought here to the ICRC's CBCA hospital.
As the Congolese military fought to hold off M23 forces backed by the Rwandan army, thousands of people, including Congolese soldiers, fled Goma.
Now, if the situation deteriorates any further, I'm not going to flee again. I'm tired of fleeing. The number of times I've fled is enough, and I have nowhere else to go. We abandoned our villages to come here to Goma, and even here people started to flee. Where are we going to take refuge now? All the roads are closed. We thought we could even cross the lake, but there too it's not safe. We have nowhere to go.
I have indeed fled, but I cannot say that the enemy is already in my village. The Congolese army is still present in Mukwija. We fled as a precaution because we know that when the enemy arrives in our village, they will forcibly recruit many young people into their movement.
The Rwandan government's role is very complex and long-standing in the eastern DRC, and this goes back to ethnic tensions that have been building ever since the 1994 Rwandan genocide, when the members of the Hutu ethnic group who were involved in the murder of 1 million Tutsis crossed over the border into the eastern DRC. The Rwandans then set up various militant groups to pursue the architects of that genocide over that time. Since then, that has actually expanded, and now the Rwandans have been accused in their own right through these militant groups of performing a form of ethnic cleansing in the DRC on the Hutu ethnicity.
Another shocking incident, a mass jailbreak, took place in the early hours of the 27th of January. Thousands of inmates reportedly escaped from the main prison in Goma after Rwanda-backed rebels claimed to have captured the strategic Congolese city. Take a look at these visuals. The offensive in the heart of the mineral-rich region of the Democratic Republic of Congo threatens to worsen one of Africa's longest wars and one of the world's worst humanitarian crises. So what's the fighting in DR Congo all about? Will DR Congo stay economically weak despite being a mineral-rich country? Let's dig deeper. The mineral-rich east of the Democratic Republic of Congo has been dogged by conflict for more than 30 years. Many armed groups have competed with the central authorities for power and control of the potential fortune of this nation. One such armed group is M23. It is this armed group, along with Rwandan soldiers, that marched into the heart of Goma after weeks of advancing on the main city in DRC's North Kivu province. The March 23 movement, better known as M23, is one of more than 100 armed groups fighting Congolese forces in eastern DRC. It has a strong presence in North Kivu province, in areas bordering Rwanda and Uganda, and has more than 8,000 fighters. M23 take their name from a peace agreement that was signed on the 23rd of March 2009. The accord was between the National Congress for the Defense of the People, or CNDP, a Tutsi-led rebel group, and the Congolese government to end a revolt led by the Tutsi people in eastern DRC. The Tutsi is an ethnic group whose members live in Rwanda and Burundi. The M23 was formed in 2012 after former CNDP troops rebelled against the Congolese government, accusing it of failing to implement the 2009 agreement that promised integrating Tutsi fighters into the army, protecting minorities, and distributing resources evenly. Shortly after its creation in 2012, the militia made significant territorial gains in eastern DRC, including briefly seizing Goma before withdrawing 10 days later after an agreement brokered by the neighboring nations. In 2021, the group took up arms again, saying the promises had been broken. In a resurgence starting 2022, the group mounted an offensive in North Kivu against DRC's armed forces and the UN mission in the country. M23 took control of Rubaya, a key coltan mining town, in 2024. In January 2025, the rebel group has made further territorial gains, capturing the towns of Katale, Masisi, Minova, and Sake, and now the city of Goma. Rwanda has in the past consistently denied that it supported the M23. In 2012, the United Nations accused it of providing weapons, logistical support, and even commanding the rebels. In July 2024, a UN report said 3,000 to 4,000 Rwandan government forces operated with M23 in eastern DRC. The origin of the current fighting can be tracked back to the genocide in Rwanda in 1994. About 800,000 people, the majority from the Tutsi community, were massacred by ethnic Hutu extremists. Fearing retaliation, an estimated 1 million Hutus then fled across the border to what is now DR Congo. This stoked ethnic tensions as a marginalized Tutsi group in the east, the Banyamulenge, felt increasingly threatened. Rwanda's army has invaded DR Congo twice, saying it was going after some of those responsible for the genocide and worked with members of the Banyamulenge and other armed groups. After 30 years of conflict, one of the Hutu groups, the Democratic Forces for the Liberation of Rwanda, or FDLR, is still active in eastern DR Congo. This includes some of those responsible for the Rwandan genocide. Rwanda accuses the Congolese authorities of working with the FDLR, claims that DR Congo has denied. Rwanda is reportedly accused of using the war as a way to profit from eastern DR Congo's mineral wealth. Let's now take a look at DR Congo's economic history, which also contributed to this ongoing catastrophe in the country. The economy of the Democratic Republic of Congo has been characterized by economic decline, conflict, and instability. DR Congo gained independence from Belgium in 1960. Its economy then was driven largely by mineral extraction, with foreign companies controlling most of the resources. This system didn't benefit the Congolese people. In 1965, Mobutu Sese Seko, a Congolese politician and military officer, took control through a coup and became the president of A.I.R, now known as the Democratic Republic of Congo. Mobutu's government, instead of empowering the population, used the resources for personal gain, creating a massive patronage network that kept him in power. By the 1990s, the economy was in freefall. A combination of falling copper prices, political instability and mismanagement led to hyperinflation and a massive decline in living standards. By 1995, the country's economy was shrinking at a rate of nearly 9% a year. The national currency became insignificant. People were forced to rely on the black market just to survive. By the late 1990s, DRC plunged into civil war. The civil conflict further worsened the economic failures. In the early 2000s, the government, with support from the IMF and World Bank, began shifting towards a more market-based economy. By 2002, there was a glimmer of hope, with the first positive GDP growth in years. The economy began to stabilize and grow after the civil war ended. In 2022, DRC's GDP growth reached a peak of 8.9%, primarily driven by a strong performance in the mining sector. Agriculture remains the backbone of Congo's economy. The country produces a wide range of crops, from cassava and rice to coffee and beans. Yet DRC relies heavily on food imports, as its domestic production can't meet the demand of its population of over 75 million. DRC's economy has improved in recent years, but it remains one of the world's poorest.
The disparity between the wealth of the DRC and the poverty of its people has been going since the colonial days, since the rule of King Leopold, and have continued ever since. While we've replaced Belgian colonial powers, now there are Chinese corporate groups, Western companies that own the majority of the mines which produce the enormous amount of mineral resources that the DRC have. So instead of what should be a very, very rich country, the people of the DRC are believed to actually receive less than a quarter of the profits of their own resources. Instead, you have what is a modern day colonial structure where international corporations are exploiting the DRC for their vast mineral wealth, and the people of the country are being rewarded with slave-like conditions to be able to work in those mines.
The Democratic Republic of Congo is blessed with exceptional natural resources. An estimated $24 trillion worth of mineral deposits remain untapped. It has substantial reserves of gold, cobalt and copper, but equally considerable security risks persist due to a lack of robust infrastructure. Cobalt, one of the key metals to produce electric vehicles, places the DRC in a strategic position for energy transition. In 2023, DRC was the world's largest producer of cobalt, with 170,000 metric tons of cobalt mined, accounting for roughly 73% of global production. While the DRC is the world's main source of cobalt, China refined and processed close to 77% of the world's cobalt in 2022. Over the years, China has come to depend almost exclusively on the DRC for its raw cobalt imports. DRC was the fourth largest producer of industrial diamonds in 2022, with a production of 4.3 million carats. DRC also has globally significant lithium deposits. The country boasts of high-quality copper reserves. Congo was the world's third largest producer of copper in 2023, with the output up 11% in 2022. International mining companies tempted by high-grade and low-cost mines are increasingly attracted to the DRC's copper belt in the southern part of the country. DRC's gold mining sector has also attracted interest from mining companies. In 2021, the production of mining resources increased from 10,000 tons to nearly 1 million tons. Despite ongoing conflict in the east of the country and unstable commodity prices, mine operators continue to invest in anticipation of improved market conditions in this lucrative environment. Democratic Republic of Congo is not the only country embroiled in conflict. Across the continent, several countries are experiencing civil war-like situations, including Sudan, Mali, Burkina Faso, Mozambique, and parts of the Sahel region. The number of Africans forcibly displaced by conflict and repressive regimes has risen considerably over the past few years. According to the Africa Center for Strategic Studies, the number of African refugees, internally displaced persons and asylum seekers grew by 14% from 2023 to 2024. With the current crisis in the Democratic Republic of Congo, there is a further spike in displaced people. The Democratic Republic of Congo is one of the world's richest countries in terms of natural resources. Neighboring countries like Rwanda and Uganda, as well as global powers such as China and the United States, have financial interests in Congolese mines. As the world increasingly relies on DRC's metals and rare earth minerals to produce electronics, the stakes have gone up tremendously. DRC's vast natural wealth has not translated into prosperity for its people. The Democratic Republic of Congo remains one of the poorest countries in the world. How much longer will it be mired in conflict and tormented by its own natural wealth?
Yeah, you all heard that. You all heard that. You watched it and you heard that. That is from Wion, or perhaps Gravitas. So all credit for this video must be given to Gravitas for an excellent job. Well tailored out, well marshaled out. And well exposed of the truth. You heard them. They said $24 trillion in the Congo. In the Congo. Yet, Africans will come out, talk about a God that they know nothing about. The scripture says, speak what you know. We live our life and based entirely on the scripture, and we don't give a damn about how you feel. You can say to yourself that we manipulate the scripture for our personal or selfish interest, then something must be wrong with you as an entity. Because the language of the scripture is hard, and we say it hard the way it is. The language of the scripture is what this man that's smiling on your screen now, his name is Donald Trump. That is the language he used to establish himself. Habakkuk to say that the vision is for an appointed time. Though it tarries, wait for it, it shall surely come. Do you think that something that tarries, for you to sit down and wait and remain focused, do you think it's an easy job? It requires a lot of mental energy and self-discipline. This man on your screen is self-disciplined. And his discipline is top-notch. Even if I trash him or lambast him, it's for a purpose, for certain errors that he makes. You know why? The scripture says, cry aloud, show my house their transgression, the house of Israel, the house of Jacob, their sins. That's why it says, shout. That is why we are watchers. We say it is the way we see it. We don't care how you feel. Most of you idiots called Africans might hear this broadcast and you get offended. But I assure you, there are certain people that will hear it, that their brain will wake up and say, hey, these guys are saying the truth. He's saying the truth. Do you think we care? A country that is well blessed with vast mineral resources, it doesn't translate in the life of their people. Now, a certain set of people have taken up arms to fight an idiot called Ramaphosa. He's sending soldiers to go on the side of the oppressors and suppress the people. But look at his country. They handed over South Africa, a well-built, a well-developed country, to a bunch of monkeys called ANC to handle it. Today, there is running sewage on the street of South Africa. The place is totally messed up, bush everywhere. And when human beings come out, monkeys in suits, the last thing an animal in human skin, they will put on suits, they will come out and they will put their head like this. When people talk, they nod their head. They nod their head. Idiots. That is Africans. When they talk, they don't understand what international powers are saying. You just see the African man smile, nod head, as if he knows something. But meanwhile, he knows nothing. The only thing in the brain of the African is just finish talking so that I can go and have my time with the chicks, with the chichis, with the females, and get married and have a new wife and make new babies. That is what Africans like. That is when you see the African man preach, oh, I'm an African. Do you know why Africans love Islam? Because it's a religion that says you can get married to 20 wives. They say, oh, my tradition supports me to marry many wives. Even my religion, Islam, supports me. That's why what Africans like. Oh, we don't like Christianity because the God of the Christians say one man, one wife. How possible is that? Solomon married 10 wives. David married 20 wives and so on. No, Solomon had 1,000 wives. David married 20 wives and so on. Solomon had 1,000 wives. The discipline and the achievement of Solomon, can't you idiots called Africans see it? Solomon was successful. David was successful. Moses was successful. Abraham was successful. Africans, are you successful? No. But you are allowed to have multiple wives. It makes sense to have multiple wives and produce useless children that will turn around and say, oh, this one from Nigeria is because of my problem. We are going to kill him. This one from the Congo is because of my problem. This one from Zimbabwe is because of my problem. Shame on you, Africans. We don't have apology for that. If you feel angry, deal with yourselves. Now, we are going to jump into one idiot. He said he's a pastor. He said he's a pastor. A pastor that knows nothing. They just give him microphone. He's from Nigeria. You know, we are coming from a mild side. We want to deal with these idiots from Nigeria. This useless thing called an Igbo idiot from Nigeria. In Nigeria today, a grand style execution is taking place in Nigeria every single day. People are being killed. People are being massacred. International media would love to show it, but the Nigerians will suppress it. The Nigerians in America will suppress it. The Nigerians in Europe will suppress it. The Nigerians in Africa, South Africa, Asia, China will suppress it and say, no, the country is great. We are doing well. We are rich. If you are rich and you are doing well, what are you doing in other people's country? Donald Trump deported 3,670 Nigerians. Record cows back to Nigeria. Huh? And you are bragging, we are rich, we are rich, we are rich. Why did Trump deport you? Did Trump, in this is deportation mission, did you see any Chinese that Trump captured Chinese and they put handcuff on the hand of Chinese and take them? They will hear from Beijing instantly. Did you see them capture Russians and put handcuff in their hand and deport them? Never. Highest they can do is just capture them and deport them with dignity, allow them to take their things. But Africans, they didn't allow them. If you wake up in the morning with your boxers, they carry with your boxers, put handcuff on you and take you away. Africans. Then we see African leaders like Tinubu going, oh, Donald Trump, we are sorry. We are sending our condolences to you because we saw a plane and an helicopter crash in the sky. And some people died from November till this February. Every single day. Terrible accident. Tanker that is loaded with fuel keeps burning almost every day from November to today in Nigeria. Hundreds and thousands of people are dying. Nigerian media covered it. The world is saying it, but Nigerian media covered it. And just a plane crash in America. Why they are deporting your people in handcuffs? Your president is there saying, oh, Donald Trump, we are sorry. People died. Oh, we feel the pain. But your people are dying. That is the African man for you. Very useless things. And when we tell people, oh, this is what is going on. How do you mean? How do you mean? Oh, this America. It's not possible because we got some Nigerian friends. And the Nigerian friends, they told us that Nigeria is great. And you are here saying something else. You are lying. You are lying. I'll say, I'm telling you the truth. Whosoever that is telling you that is lying, you know you are lying. We don't want you. You are a liar. Black Americans are idiots. We have warned and warned and warned them severally. They refuse. Last month, January, I saw a Black American in Nigeria, in Lagos, that got swindled. Millions. She's here crying. Oh, President Tinubu, come to my aid. Oh, they have this. They do pay real estate. Well, people sent condolences. I never bothered doing that because she was warned. And she said, we are lying. And she went to Nigeria. She got duped. She got swindled. She got scammed. Millions. And she's there crying. That is an African for you. Africans are useless. No matter how you try to save them, forget them. Forget them. They don't worth being saved. She was warned. Was she not warned? The U.S. states of Homeland Security, they pass out informations to Americans and say, oh, this side is not good for Americans to go to. That is where the real Americans, the black idiots called Americans, will want to go. Despite the information that Homeland Security passed out, oh, Nigeria is not that too good. Be careful about going there. If you must go, be careful about investment. They refuse because some idiots will lie to them in America and you see them go there. When they scam them in Nigeria and in Ghana and in South Africa, when they scam them, they come out in the media. Humanitarian. Oh, Marie, come. You people are idiots. You people are idiots. You were warned, but you refused. So that serves you right. But look at this idiot, this Ibotik idiot. Have a look at him. Transition. This is the one that I need you all to listen to. How he finished the Igbos. But this fool doesn't know his history. He doesn't even know anything about Igbo. And he's a church leader. This guy on your screen is a church leader. Thousands of people listening to him. When they come out, they spread false information, false teaching, false doctrine, everything about them, lies. They spread it without shame in Nigeria. This thing on your screen, look at how he sat down. I don't know if it's a kivu that he used, the white stuff, that stuff that those rabbis, those pedophiles in Israel, they put on and they come out and appear solely. This fool is not half-baked education he doesn't have. He's not even educated. an inch. Because like I said before, education is zero to the black man. Education is zero. Any educated African, just walk on by and spit on him. Just listen to the idiots.
He knows that some of the things we have are not ours. Why this? Why?
Go back, listen to him.
Do you know that beads are not something that is originally from the Igbo land? Hope you're aware. Bead is Benin. Are you aware? And even our red cap is not even our own culture. It's Benin too. Ndị Igbo kwesịrị calm down on this their ego of feeling like they are so superior to other races or tribes. They need to calm down. Because if the Igbo people calm down and check, most of the thing they have is borrowed. Do you even know that the word Ada is not an Igbo name? Now, I know there's a grace God has given to the Igbo man. An Igbo man is very great. An Igbo man is, exceptional in business. Whatever an Igbo man gets involved and loves it, he goes to the extreme. An Igbo man has this heart of accepting people. See, you can't meet an Igbo man and be stranded if you don't have a place to sleep. He will find a roof over you. He will find a way to make sure you have a place to rest. He might give you his parking store to sleep, but he will make sure he will not leave you the way he sees you. He will find a way to make a place for you. That's an Igbo man. If you're hungry and you meet an Igbo man, you're really hungry, an Igbo man will find a way to make sure you eat. And I know there are other tribes like that, but that does not give us the right to always feel like we are better than every other race. Because now that some of us are claiming that we are better than every other race, people are now reminding us that some of the things we have are not ours. Why are we fighting for the superior race? Obodo ya adigo ka London, Igaga Abuja, if we go Lagos, if we call it, in as much as it's still our Igbo brothers that are developing that place, but come to our place, how is it developed? I think one of the places we can boast in the southeast right now should be Abia State and Enugu.
Now, stop there, you stupid thing. This is one of the stupid things that we are talking about, this entity. It's one of the stupid things. You heard what he said. The world, now we are in AI tech. The world is hustling. The world is pushing. Everyone is advancing. This idiot on your screen, let me bring him back. Come back here, idiot. Where do you think you can go? This idiot on your screen is there talking about one of the gifts that God gave the Igbo people is that if the Igbo man sees that you are hungry, there's no how Igbo man will leave you hungry. Igbo man will feed you. What the Igbo people have, everything the Igbo people have is borrowed. This fool on your screen, he doesn't even know the ancient race. Ubo, not IGBO, not Igbo. He's not even educated. This idiot on your screen. These are the type of people that deceive those animals called Black Americans. I don't have apology. So don't look and say, oh, he's so abusive. That is why Gino Jennings in America keeps talking. Many of you don't listen to him because he tells you the truth. He says the truth. And you don't like the truth. You want someone that will pet your foolishness. That's why Donald Trump came. He handcuffed you people. You people are slaves. You people don't have, you need to be handcuffed. He handcuffed you, threw you back to Africa. If you want to deal with a black man, come with the horse whip. Because that is the only thing that can reset their brain. Fire. Thunder and brimstone is the only thing that the black man will hear, will receive, and they will pay attention to reality. Look at a preacher, a public speaker. Look at how he rubbished his own people. He doesn't know. He doesn't even know at all. He doesn't even know that the name IGBO was given to them by Britain. He doesn't know. He doesn't. His father, his ancestors, his grandfather, they don't know. They are useless. He doesn't know. They don't. And you want to tell them, they won't listen. Once they come out, the moment you see an Igbo guy, take note, people, listen. The moment you see an Igbo guy that is tall, handsome, good-looking, eloquent speaker, try to listen to them. Once they start talking, you get to find out that they don't know anything. They don't know anything. Majority of them, out of 100%, I can say at least 95% are useless. They don't know anything. They come out with that their graceful look, they dress good, they look sweet, they hustle the money, they hold the money, they come. You see them, they pop up their chest like Popeye or Hootie the Blowfish, like TD Snakes. They put their chest, they start talking, start doing their head like this. That is the Igbo people for you. They start teaching false teachings that they are not meant to teach because they have money and everybody will listen to them. That's why among the leagues of men, you don't find them there. The real Igbo men, the real Ubo men, there are few of them scattered around the world doing great things. But majority of the ones you see in your media, in your churches, every place, they are idiots. They know nothing. Look at the rubbish he's saying. The world is having technology race right now. Africa is there talking about a God they know nothing about. And you want me to respect the African? God forbid. It's practically impossible. Practically impossible for me to respect the African. You understand? I'm going to bring another one to your screen now. I'm going to bring another one to your screen. You know, the Congo. What is going on there? China, America is there. They put their footprints. Everyone is hustling for that AI material. That technology material. They used to build electric cars and everything. They are there hustling for it. China is there hustling for it right now. Everyone is there hustling for it. Africans that owns the property, they are there looking for one God. One useless thing they call God that doesn't exist. I saw one just now as this program is running. His name is called Pastor Ibiyomi, a Nigerian, a Euro bandit, an idiot, a demonic man of God. He said one thing. He said, if you collect money from your pastor, you are limiting your blessing. But Matthew 23 says that the pastors must take care of those that are hungry. But these things called pastors, they collect the money. They buy private jet. They buy bulletproof Mercedes-Benz and BMW. They use the money, they live a 5-star lifestyle. La vida loca, posh lifestyle, you know? Then when we talk about them, some useless idiots called African youths, Nigerians, Igbo youths, they come out and say, oh, you're talking about a man of God. God will kill you. God will destroy you. We don't care about your God. Do you know what the 3 Hebrew boys said to Nebuchadnezzar? They said, oh, king, we are not careful to answer you at this matter. Do you know what Esther said to Xerxes? She said, if I perish, I perish. That is how ancient Idu is. God made us watchers and will tell you the truth, whether you like it or not. We don't care how you feel. These idiots called men of God or preachers, they went through the same 9 months process that every single one of us went through. Even if they born you premature at 7 months, you still came from a woman. So we tell you the truth, whether you like it or not. The man said, if you collect money from your pastor, you are limiting your blessing and God will deal with you. Is it in the Bible? The idiots call Africans, the PhD holders call Africans, your doctors of foolishness called Africans. They will never see that. They will never say it. Oh, don't talk about God. God will get angry and punish you. God, you will live under a curse. But the lifestyle that you saw in Congo, is that a blessing or a curse? That's the question. Africans are sick people. And to a greater degree, they don't deserve mercy. Now, listen to this other one. This is also Nigeria. This is Nigeria.
Disappear. Yeah. If you disappear,
because I'll give you highlights about it. These are children in Nigeria. They were caught sometime, is it January or December? But I think not quite long. These are children going about in Nigeria, committing mayhem, killing people, stealing from them. These are children, and they are using charm, African magic, witchcraft. These are children in Africa, inside Nigeria, these ones. Do you know how many people these children have killed in the name of trying to have an ordinary iPhone? Ordinary iPhone. Do you know how many people these little children have killed? Because their pastor told them that overtaking is allowed. Give me money and God will bless you. China, their children are developing AI tech. They come to Africa, in Nigeria, cobalt, you find it in excessive quantity. Rare earth material is loaded. Whatever you see in the Congo is there in Nigeria. It's loaded. China is there taking it. Russia is there taking it. Australia is there taking it. Britain, Germany, United States, Canada is there in Nigeria taking these things. some years ago when the Russo-Ukrainian war started, European Union said, if we don't get oil from Russia, we have Nigeria to take oil from. These people have been taking oil from Nigeria without paying a cent to the Nigerian government. And when we talk about it, there are some people that collect the money, but it doesn't get into the Nigerian state coffers. When we talk about it, your brother, the same mother, the same father, will rise up and eliminate you. In Nigeria, that is what goes on. The same mother, the same father will rise up. He will go there and collect just $1 to eliminate you. What's the name of the Togolese president? The one that got assassinated, I've forgotten his name, in the 80s. How much did France give Nasimbe Eyadema? $600. Shoot your president. He took $600, killed the president of Togo, and became the president, and became a puppet. Africans are evil. This is the simple truth. You can like this channel, you might, it's none of your business. You might hate us, but we don't care. We will keep saying it. These are realities. Look at, they put a tire on him, ready to burn him. But it won't be in this video. But trust me, once they put tire on you like this in Nigeria, they're still going back, you'll get burnt alive. You will get burnt alive. Look at them, children, minor. Killing people because they want to live a posh lifestyle. They want to wear Timberland boots. Do they know the origin of Timberland? Huh? Do they know that Timberland is a symbol of people that were hung on the tree and killed? Do they know that it was their ancestors or their fathers or their brothers that was taken as slaves abroad, that they were hung on the tree and killed? That is what Timberland stands for. So these idiots are killing people just to wear Timberland. Africans. When you say the truth, African man will rise up. Oh, hey, you don't need to say it after all. But if a white man says it, oh, they will accept it. That was how German came to Africa and named these idiots called Africans Bantu. Today, black American professors, one of them, he was a VC or a university don in one of the top universities in America. He told me that I'm not educated, that we are Africans are Bantu, they are Akebulan. I said, Mr. Man, you are a fool for being a university don in America. You are a fool. You don't even know how the name Bantu came. At least Bantu, we still know who named Africa Bantu till today. But in universities, they teach them rubbish. Oh, they don't say they are black Hebrew Israelites. They are black Bantu Israelites. Americans, Africans. Piece of shit. That's why Donald Trump called you shithole. And truly, that is what you are. Now listen to this one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But, sir.
Talking about the kind of
Yes, sir. Sir.
But as you get the power, you truly they disappear. If they disappear, if you disappear, where you the enter? House. Oh, yeah, go near that motor, disappear. Just as they disappear, do I see you? Go near that motor. Near that. You are a bastard. You go that truth.
Yes, sir. That's
How many times you don't carry with it? How many
two phone.
How many times don't thief?
Two phone now I come here. I dey thief all the time. We dey thief all the time. But for this opela, who I don't thief personally. Now two phone. I follow those ones come carry for here.
Where you for thief today?
Now one mommy like that. We dey sell clothes. We go carry money.
How much you na carry?
50,000.
Okay. You sure you know say that what boy you now?
You heard him. They went to steal from an old woman. They took 50,000 from her. This little one said he uses witchcraft power to disappear, get into strong places, take money from there and come out. In China, they are looking for people in China that will go to NVIDIA in America and steal microchip, high-grade microchip. If you can go to America and steal it, you bring it to China, they pay you millions of dollars. Look at a child in Nigeria. You can vanish, you can disappear, and by locating another place, appear in another place. Teleportation. Then you steal money, you come back, you spend the money. Why don't you use that same power? Disappear from Nigeria, appear in NVIDIA headquarters in America, steal that microchip, take it to China, give it to China. China will pay you millions of dollars. Africans are useless. With their magical power, they use it to destroy lives. If China have this type of power, there is no security, there is no intelligence in America that China will not steal within 1 second. China will appear in your security vault, steal that intelligence, take it back to China, then use it to develop. But our own in Nigeria will vanish, will appear in your bedroom, steal your money, disappear, or perhaps kill you, take your money and disappear, go back. We use it to spend, to live large. When the money finish, we disappear again into another person's bedroom to steal money. That is Nigeria for you. Look at it. You might think we are making it up. This is reality. It happens in Nigeria. This is how they put tires on human beings and burn them alive. And burn them alive in Nigeria. Witchcraft power, they use it to do nothing. Apart from killing themselves, destroying lives and property. Witchcraft power in Nigeria. And you want me, let's not say things like this that would disgrace our country. We need to be good ambassador. Ambassador kill you there. Do you think we care? Is that what you think? Do you think we care? Now, this is essential to do. That's why I said today's program is going to take a while. It should have been our usual 1 hour program or 1 hour 30 minutes program, but today's program might get into 2 hours. This is a bumper packed program. More is coming. Listen to this program with an open mind to the end. You can cut it anyhow you want. Use it to make your reels, but share this program. Let it go far and wide. Let Africans start thinking. Let them start thinking. They will never ever think, you know why? They are blacks, they are Africans, they don't have sense. The only sense they have is for evil. Flat out. Now, this one on your screen is Congo. 200 children. That one is in Nigeria. You saw them children. This one is in Congo. 200 children executed this January. What was their crime? They go about with charms, machete weapons. If they catch you, ordinary phone, not even iPhone, maybe, what is the name of this China phone? Huawei. Ordinary Huawei or Nokia 3310. Anything they see on you, they will kill you and take that thing from you. Then you see them by the club. Look at them. You see them by the club, living large, spending money, having girlfriends, minor, having girlfriend. Next thing you talk, they say, we have right. America say we have right. But America talked about discipline. Did America become great by this foolishness? No, they worked hard. Look at many of them, they are crying because they sentenced them to death. Now, it is clear to them, their eyes are open, we are going to die. But they have been killing people in Congo. 200 children, they have been going about killing people, committing mayhem in Congo. Look at them, Africa. But Congo has combats in Goma region of Congo. In that region alone, it has a $24 trillion economy. What? Of mineral resources that is there. The economy that dwarfs the economy of the world is in Congo. Congolese are not using it. Their fathers are criminals. Their mothers are criminals. The children are criminals. Everyone are criminals and prostitutes in Congo. And they are deep into witchcraft and occultism. Every time they have power, they see God, they vanish, they disappear, they kill people. That is Congo for you. The same thing to Nigeria. These are children. Let me give you volume so that you people will hear. We are not making it up. I say today is a bumper package. Children executed. Sorry, it's just the musical background. So I'm not going to let it play for long. These are children. Executed. 200 of them in the Congo. 200. And you want to tell me that Africa is normal. Africa is not normal. Africa is useless. You know, we don't have apology for that. We have dealt with Congo. We have dealt with Nigeria. Now, this one here that is coming up on your screen is South Africa. Places that are meant to be powerhouse of Africa. These are the things the Africans were designed for. That is why God caused Africans as useless. This is a beautiful young lady. Look at what she did to that chicken, to that fowl, that hen, that cock in her hand. She decapitated that animal with her teeth for ritual. This is Africa. This is in South Africa. We are talking of the evil. See. You see. She has finished. She has thrown into it. Rituals. Rituals in Africa. Every black thing on earth are cursed. Everything. Less than 10% of blacks from Africa and across the world are normal. That is why you see them relocating from their countries of origin, looking for a place to go to and start up their life and become useful to humanity. Look at a woman in Africa. Why is it that every day in Africa you will see people being killed for no good reason? You keep seeing them every day. It happens in Africa every single day. It happens in Africa. Look at a lady in South Africa. Let me give you the volume. Let's see if it will say something. Oh, it doesn't even have a volume. But that is that. Now just watch. I'm gonna pause her. Look at. I'm gonna pause her. She has finished her incantation, whatever that she needed to say. She has finished saying it. Now she has put the chicken. Now that the chicken is there, right in her mouth. She will use her teeth to decapitate that chicken. This is Africa. This is a babe. When you see her, she comes out, she dresses nice, looks flamboyant, look flashy, look everything. And you go, oh, I've seen a beautiful lady. I'm going after her. Then when you go after her house, she will do the same thing that she did to the chicken to you. Then claim your property. This is Africa. Tell me, does the daughter of Donald Trump do such nonsense? We have beautiful white ladies from Yale University, Cambridge, Oxford, even University of Beijing in China, Chinese ladies, using their brain. Look at Africa. This is where the brain of Africa is. Oh, don't say these things. Don't say. Yeah, every nation in the world does it. Europeans, they also do it. Shut up. If Europeans do what Africans are doing, do you think development will be in the world today or civilization will be in the world today? Africans are useless. Bottom line. Africans are useless. No apology. No apology. You feel offended, that is your business. We don't care. Now, for the last phase, not even the last phase, I think it should be, we should have it like two phases here. We should have it like two phases here, but we are not going here. We'll go to the last phase later. We'll go to the last phase later. And the last is we'll wind down with Ghana. We are going to wind down with Ghana. Now, this is a church shooting in America. In America, the useless place that black people should have been able to make something out of their life. Here's America. A preacher is there preaching. A young man walked into the church with a gun to shoot. Can this idiot do such a thing in the mosque? The answer is no. Africans, they like pushing their blames on something else. Indiscipline is a core foundation of Africa's problem because they love laziness and they are deep into witchcraft. Listen. Did you see that? Did you see that? Because don't say that about Africa. You are insulting Africa to the world. No, we will do that. We will do that with no apology to anyone. We will do it. A young man walking into the church with a gun to shoot the preacher Is the preacher his problem? No. What was the problem of that guy? Wrong foundation. Wrong foundation from who? The useless mother. That they told feminism is the foundation. So the woman kicked out the father for what's it called? Child benefit. Now they use the child benefit to do makeup and wear wigs, horse tail on their head. And they raise the useless father. Again, you have male children. You say the father is useless. You kick out the father. Do you expect that your son will be useful? Your son will also be useless. Do you expect that your daughter will be useful? Your daughter will also be useless. Your daughter will be like you. Your daughter will kick out another man tomorrow. So Donald Trump, don't waste your time looking, oh, immigrants are poisoning America. Donald Trump, your country is poisoning the whole world. Deal with your country. If your country don't like drugs, if your country people don't like drugs, there's no way drugs will find their way into America. So deal with America. Stop pushing the errors or the blames to us. Now, the final side that will break the camel back. This one is happening in Ghana right now as we speak. This is what they deceive Americans, the black Americans. Oh, Ghana is the cradle of Africa. We are going there. We are going there. When they go there, they scam them. If they don't kill them. They ignore our voices. You know, when we speak to them, they say, oh, you are irritating. We don't like you. You are lying. Ghana, Africa is great. The white people. One thing that even got me so pissed off is looking at Michael Jai White saying that witchcraft is a good thing. I looked at Michael Jai White, black American. He must be an idiot. Witchcraft is a good thing. If witchcraft is good, why is Africa the way it is today? These people call themselves Aguraja or whatever. This is Ghana. This is Ghana. Listen to it.
Until I come across this video, just imagine this one they call them Ajaguraja movement. Yeah.
It's not talking.
See as people plenty. People like all this kind of thing for this Africa.
We are going to
just imagine.
We are going to fix the voice now.
Look, okay, make una watch it again. Make una. I beg, this one a Jaguraja movement. Before you know now, you go enter Nigeria because of waiting miracle where all of us they find. Now wow. Make una see, make una watch. Just they tie some this thing for their waist with cup. I beg una for Ghana because this church, when I make my foundings, na Ghana and ends this church. Sorry. Movement, no man, we call this one church. So no big church. So no, when I not even think as in a church. This one a movement. Now where this movement dey? This one. Make una go bring this kind of movement come Nigeria. Because for Nigeria, he go pass this one.
Let's stop it there. You can see this is happening in Ghana. Black Americans. I have to emphasize more on you people because you people are idiots. No apology. You people are idiots. This is what is going on in Ghana. I hope you all can see it. This is what is going on in Ghana. All caught in broad daylight. But when we tell you the truth, you don't listen to us. The entire Africa, the entire black Africa is like this. I just showed you South Africa, a babe, a lady using the teeth to decapitate a chicken. I just showed you Nigeria, children vanishing, robbing and killing people with witchcraft. I just showed you Congo. 200 children executed last month, January. What was their crime? Going about from house to house, killing people, taking their stuffs, living life, drinking, smoking. You people don't see it. That is why we are ancient to do. I told you all. We are not meant to start up our broadcast this way, but a lot of things is happening. We'll run all the program at the same time. Touches everything. We'll deal with everything at the same time here. That is Africa for you. When we speak, some people will say, no, he speaks too harsh. We don't want to listen. Do you know why we speak like this? Because we don't need you to listen. It's simple and clear. We don't need you to listen so that what we hit you, then maybe you will have some sense. This is Ghana again, another one.
Ghana, una no dey hide anything again. Just imagine. See, una dey show everything physical, make everybody
so
dey
such a
yeah. See the logo, see everything. Wetin be this one again? My Ghanaians people, I no understand o. Say no Christianity for Ghana, because this one just dey surprise me. Which one be Adonai Occult Temple? This temple, na there Aguraja come from. This one now, they call am Adonai Occult Temple. See, make una watch this video by una sef, because I no really understand what dey happen for Ghana. My Ghanaians fans, I make una tell me why this kind temple, this kind movement plenty for Ghana. Because me like this, I no understand though. Because every time na Ghana, wetin happen? Abeg, make una no carry this kind movement or this kind temple come Nigeria, because boys wey go divert go plenty o. Make una sef watch this video, make una see whether na lie at the top. By my research, all these things plenty for Ghana. Hey, wow. My Ghanaians fans. This one na Church of Satan. Make una see the explain more better to us now. Where they because now when they hide them again, look their faces. They show their faces. Before all this kind of thing, they hide and they hide. Now they know they hide again. Yes, they even put phone number, address. Now wow.
Stop. You know, I just had to stop this. The first one was called Aguraja Movement. This one is called Adonai Temple Church. This is broad daylight in Ghana. Broad daylight in Ghana, not midnight. This thing is all over Ghana. This thing is all over Congo. Nigeria, the same thing. South Africa, the same thing. This thing is what the movement that is going on in Africa. Africa. Congo, you are sitting on top, in just one region, you are sitting on top of $24 trillion. You do nothing with it, but instead you eat human flesh and you drink blood. In broad daylight. You talk about God, you preach the Bible. Then when we say no, this is what the Bible says. Some black Americans will say no, that we are wicked, we are turning the Bible upside down. Something is wrong with you in your fucking brains, every single one of you. Something is wrong with you. We are telling you what is going on in Africa. You people refuse because they lie to you. We are not here to make friends. We are here to say the truth. You can be our friend only if you support the truth. We don't care. This is what's going on in Black Africa. Why is it that Africa is backward from generation to generation? These are the things going on inside Africa. Nigeria's own, once they get you, they sell your organ on the spot. That is what is trending in Nigeria now. Organ trade. Every animal, every domestic animal in Nigeria knows how to harvest organs from humans in Nigeria. That's what is going on in Nigeria right now. This one is going on in Ghana. Your pastors are here. These are young men. In Nigeria, we have beautiful girls and handsome guys. They will stand naked. I will bring the video here. They will stand naked by the riverside doing money ritual. They want to drive a Lexus. They want to drive a Jaguar. With all your ritual, you cannot buy, what's the name of this guy? A Bugatti Ferron. You cannot buy it. Your ritual cannot give you 16 million euros to buy one Bugatti Ferron. But you are doing ritual. Eating flesh, drinking blood. Was it Culture or Peter Touch that sang about people drinking blood and eating flesh? Most of you think it's a lie. Those people were right. Back in those days, in their days, they said it. It is happening because they saw it. Do you think the Rastafari, they lie when they say things like this? They don't. They say the truth. They say the truth. This is happening in Ghana. Oh, America, the Americans, black Americans, your beloved Ghana. This is what is going on in your Ghana. It's a shame. We don't have apology for that. Love us, like us, hate us, it's your fucking business. We don't care. But the truth shall march on. The truth shall march on. And we'll deal with issues that has to do with Africans this way. We are not going to favor anybody, not even one single person. We say the way. Mr. Trump, congratulations for committing one of the worst human rights abuse. But it doesn't matter. You know why? Because humanity, they deserve what you gave to them. Judging from the video that I played here right now, you will know that Trump is a saint. He didn't do anything wrong. He only handcuffed them and sent them back. When they get to their countries, their brothers and sisters will kill them like this. When they get there, we are sitting on vast wealth, but we use it for nothing, only to do human sacrifice every day. You all can see, this is ancient to do. We are not wrong, and we will never ever be wrong. We'll say it the way it should be said. So from here, from us here in the studio to you out there, we'll see you when we see you next time. So goodbye to you all. This salute will be for Trump. The other day we saluted Sani Abacha ahead of Trump, but today Trump deserves this salute. So the salute goes to Trump.